Now we are starting Set 1 Maths for the test 2 for this certain questions and with the solutions. Question number 1 now. 3 candidates for the president of the Students' Council, Ashley, Jose, and Kim, must be scheduled for the single 10 minutes address to the entire student's body if the order of the presentation is determined randomly. How many different possible ways are there? So there are 3 students. Question number 1 now. Joseph, Ashley, and Kim. These are the 3 students for that. And now we are finding the total number of possible ways for that selection. We know that there are 3 students, so it should be equal to 3 factorial divided by 3 minus 3 factorial, or that should be equal to 3 factorial over 0 factorial, that is 1, or that thing should be equal to 3 into 2 into 1, and that thing is equal to 6. So there are 6 different possible ways for this selection of this committee for this president there. So there's a answer of this question is in part A there. So B is the answer of this question for this solution there. Question number 2 now. If x is not equal to 0, then 8 power 2x over 2 power 4x should be equal to what number there, where x is not equal to 0. So if x is not equal to 0, then 8 we can make them in the basis of 2 there. So it should be equal to 2 power 3 power 2x divided by 2 power 4x. This should be equal to 2 power 6x over 2 power 4x, or it should be equal to 2 power 6x minus 4x, or that thing should be equal to 2 power 2x. So 2 power 2x is the answer of this part A there. So A is the right choice of this. With the help of this indices, that power will be subtracted if they have the same basis there. Now question number 3. All S are in M and no P and M are there. Which of the following conclusions can be logically deduced from these two statements above? So all S are in M. This means it is S, then this is M. So all S are in M. This is by the help of this vectors were formed there. And no M and a P. So there is no intersection between M and P there. So this is the information we got it from this information from these two statements there. Now, all S are P. All S are in P is not possible. So A choice is not there. All M are S. All M are in S. Not there. All S are in M, but M is not in S there. S are not M. Some S are not M. Some S are not M. That is not true because all S are in M there. Some P are, some M are P. So M are not in P, so that is not there. So there's no intersection between M and P there. E, no P or S. No P is in S, that is true there. So only E section is the true section of this choice, that no P are in S there. For this next question, 42. Question number 4 now. Cube Q has a volume V. In terms of a cube with the edges only 1/4 of the length of this of Q will be have a volume of. So there are choices given to us, but let's say we will find it first for that. Let's say there are two cubes, we have drawn it there. The cube has a volume V. So volume is basically equal to, volume of cube is equal to L into L into L. That is L cube, and that is denoted by V there. Now the volume of R is equal to 1/4 of L, 1/4 of L, 1/4 of L, and that is equal to 1/64 into L cube. But L cube itself equal to V there. So this is equal to 1/64 of V. And that is the choice. C there. So C is the answer of this choice, which is 1/64 V is the correct answer for this 42 there. Now 43. Question number 5. Theta is an acute angle and cos of theta is equal to B/C there, where B is greater than 0 and C is greater than 0. It means it is in the first quadrant and B is not equal to C. So this is not isosceles triangle. Sine theta should be equal to. So we will find it out. Since these are the informations given in the question statement, so we will make a right angle triangle there, where this angle is theta there. According to that theta angle, cos theta is equal to base over hypotenuse. So this length of A there can be calculated as c square minus b square square root, because according to this Pythagoras theorem, base square plus perpendicular square is equal to hypotenuse square. So a should be equal to c square minus b square. Then sine of theta will be equal to perpendicular over hypotenuse. Perpendicular there is a, hypotenuse is there c. So a value is equal to c square minus b square root over c. So this is the value of sine of theta for this. And we will now look at the answers there. So it is c square minus b square root over c. So that is the answer of this question. Is E choice is the right choice of this question number 5 there. Now question number 6. If the cube has a length of 2 meters, what is the distance from any vertex to the center of this cube? Let's say that is a cube there which has a length of 2 there, and we have to find out the distance from the center to any vertex of that cube there. Now, for this is a cube, so each length is divided into equal parts. Let's say O is the center, then this should be 1 and this should be 1. So this length should be equal to, by using the Pythagoras theorem, it should be equal to 1 square plus 1 square whole root, and that thing is equal to 2 square root. So the final length of this center to this any vertex of this cube there, it should be like this, that this is the length square root 2, this is the length 1 there. So if we use again the Pythagoras theorem, then it is root 2 square is 2 plus 1, and that thing is equal to root 3. So root 3 is the answer of this choice for this cubic center to this any vertex there. And that is B choice is the answer of this. Now, next question. If x square plus ax plus bx plus ab is equal to 0, where a plus b is equal to, sorry, x plus b is equal to 2, then what is x plus a? X square plus ax plus bx plus ab is equal to 0, x plus b is equal to 2, and x plus a is equal to find out. So we can factorize simply this one, that this equation, if x is common, then it should be x plus a. If b is common between these two, then it should be equal to x plus a. So it should be equal to x plus a into x plus b is equal to 0. But x plus b is equal to 2 there. So x plus a into 2 is equal to 0 there. So x plus a should be equal to 0 divided by 2 is 0 there. So x plus a is equal to 0. And now we have to look at the answers there. that x plus a is equal to 0 is the answer of this D choice there. Now question number 8. For the figure 10 shows the right circular cylinders C and C dash. If R is equal to KR dash and H is equal to KH dash, then what is the ratio of the volume of C over volume of C dash? Since we know that these two volumes are similar figures volume, where volume of C is equal to pi R square H and volume of C dash is equal to pi R dash square into H dash square. Since these two figures are similar figures, so we know that we have given there that R over capital R dash is equal to K and H over H dash is equal to K. So this implies that R is equal to K times R dash and R H is equal to K times H dash. So we can put these values into this form. So volume of C is pi R square H and volume of C dash is equal to this. So we can put it here. Volume of C is equal to pi R square. So R is basically equal to KR. So KR dash square. Volume of this C is equal to pi into R dash is equal to KR dash into H, there is height which is equal to KH dash there. So that thing is equal to K cube pi R dash square into H dash. But this thing is equal to volume of C dash. So volume of C over volume of C dash is equal to K cube. Or directly we can write this answer with the help of the similar figures. When these two are the similar figures and the ratio between them there is constant, then this volume of this volume is equal to K cube of that portion there. So this is the answer of this part is it is E part. So E part is the answer of this question number 8 of this figure there. Now we look at this question number 9. If the circumference of a circle is 1, what is its area there? Since the circumference is 1 unit, we know that circumference is equal to 2 pi r. So 1 is equal to 2 pi r, or r is equal to 1 over 2 pi. And the area of the circle is pi r square. So it should be pi r square is basically equal to 1 over 4 pi square. So pi and pi cancel. So it should be equal to 1 over 4 pi. So we have to look at the answers. Pi values given there, so it should be equal to 1 over 4 into 3.142, or it should be equal to it is 0.079. And now we have to look at the answers. It is 0.079 is basically equal to 0.08, and that is the answer of this choice A there. Next, question number 10. What are these coordinates of the point of the intersection of the lines having the following equations? R is equal to xy sorry, the equation has x minus 3 square root of y is equal to square root of 3, and root 3x plus y is equal to 1. These are the two equations given to us, and you are going to find out the values of the coordinates of the point of intersection of these two lines. This question is basically wrongly copied in that book, but it is actually this question: x minus square root of 3y is equal to square root of 3, and root 3 x plus y is equal to 1. So we can make the coefficient of x in both the equations same. So here it is 1 will be multiplied by square root of 3 into x minus square root of 3 into y is equal to square root of 3. So that will become square root of 3x minus root 3 into 3 is 3y is equal to 3. So let's say it is equation number 3. Now fourth will be the same as 2, which is square root of 3x plus y is equal to 1. Now you subtract 4 from this 3. This plus will become minus, this plus will become minus, and this plus will become minus. So they are going to cancel out. This will become minus 4y is equal to 2, or y is equal to 2 over minus 4, or that is equal to minus 1 over 2. Now we put the value of y into this equation, anyone, either 1 or 2 there. So x minus square root of 3 into y value is minus half, and that thing is equal to square root of 3. So x, this minus minus plus, square root of 3 over 2 is equal to square root of 3, or x will be equal to 3 minus 3 square root of 2. So if 2 is the LCM, then it is 2 square root of 3 minus square root of 3, and that is equal to square root of 3 over 2 is the value of x there. So the final answer will be equal to square root of 3 over 2 and minus half, or you can have this answer from this choice. So this answer is finally basically equal to root 3 over 2 minus half, but they are multiplied into 3. So answer E is the right choice of this for this question number 9. Now question number 11. In the figure 12, the radius of the circle is 1. What is the perimeter of the shaded region of this figure here? Since their radius is equal to 1 unit, so they are overlapping each other, and we are going to find out the perimeter of this shaded region. So we know that one thing from this figure, that from this it is the point P, this is the point Q, we join this, and we join this, we can join this, we can join this. So this is an arc. There are two arcs which are going to be get together. Since each angle is of 60, so this angle will be of pi by 3, and this angle will also be of pi by 3. So these are the two angles of the values pi by 3 of this part. So we know that from this point P, this total angle will be equal to 2 pi by 3, and this is the arc length of that perimeter of this L1. Since L1 is basically equal to r theta, so r is 1 unit and theta is 2 pi by 3. So it should be equal to 2 pi by 3 for this circle in the center P there. Now from this Q point, same point would be there. And this is the length L2. Again, the angle is 2 pi by 3 because it was equilateral triangle in the beginning, and the radius is 1. So L2 should also be equal to 1 into 2 pi by 3, and that is 2 pi by 3 is. So the total perimeter of this whole region is L1 plus L2, and that thing is equal to 2 pi by 3 plus 2 pi by 3, and that thing is equal to 4 pi by 3 of this shaded region for that figure here. Now we look at the answers. It is A is so the answer of this question is part A of that figure here. Now the next question. Question number 50. That is question number 12 here. The function f of x is equal to x minus 2 divided by x minus 2 into x square plus 4 plus 2. For this value of x is f of x undefined. So we know that when there any function f of x over g of x, then g of x should not be equal to 0 for undefined for that. Since in this expression we know that this function is having only one denominator there, x minus 2, and that should not be equal to 0, or x should not be equal to 2. This is a quadratic equation whose answer cannot be possible because it is a quadratic with the first negative discrimination b square minus 4ac is less than 0. So only one answer is there, that x should not be equal to 2. So we have to find the answers for this part. T is the answer of this choice, that x should not be equal to 2 there. So where x equal to, it is undefined for that portion there. So these are the questions which are given in this assignment for this SAT one. We have solved each of 20 questions with the explanation of them. You can see here that it is f of x equal to k of x over g of x, but this denominator should not be equal to 0, and the denominator have 2 there, x minus 2 and x square plus 2. So x should not be equal to 2, which is undefined for that, and x square plus 2 is already there, which cannot be evaluated here. So only x is not equal to 2 is the function of x for which it is undefined there.